What's up? I have made a decision and I have 2 months to make it happen. I have decided that this year I want to make my Ren Fair outfit. I don't want to do anything too over the top or complicated. So I thought maybe this year would be a good opportunity to, indulge a little in my little cutesy woodland fairy fantasies, be a little woodland fairy. However, I wanted to throw in a little cheeky twist. And instead of doing, your standard, most common butterfly aesthetic fairy, instead of butterfly wings, I want to do beetle wings. And of course, in the spirit of keeping things, easy and simple, my mind immediately started thinking of every single last little piece that I could make for the outfit and making it entirely, like making the entire outfit. And I had to rein it back a little bit. I had to pull it back a little bit because an entire outfit in 2 months, that's a lot. That's a lot of pressure and that's a lot of work. And I don't have that kind of time. So I'm going to buy a couple of components and just make a few key ones that I think I could get done on time. So we're going to make the tops. Why did I say tops? A singular top. We're going to make the top, the wings, the shoes. And then I'm going to make a little bit of hair accessories that I can just clip in, to help expedite the getting ready process in the morning. And what else? Oh, I got gloves. I'm going to make some gloves. Moving on to the top. I wanted to crochet something that was going to look sort of distressed and grassy. I will be using a fully detailed pattern of this top. To achieve that grassy sort of look, I will be using this yarn with a bit of a larger hook size. So I've got the bandeau pretty much complete, and now it's time to move on to the sleeves. The bandeau, I had been using a 6.5mm hook size, and I think I want to move up to something a little bit bigger for the sleeves, just to help give the sleeves more of that drapey effect. I finished the top. I'm in love. The sleeves are so fun. I did kind of mess up a little bit on this sleeve. You can tell one of them is very much longer than the other one. I kind of had a bit of a tighter tension, not on purpose, on this sleeve when I was doing it, and kind of paid more attention to my tension and made sure it was loose further on in the sleeve. And then when I went and did this sleeve, I made sure to have loose tension going all the way down, so it ended up quite a bit longer, but that's fine. I kind of am into the asymmetrical look. I think it looks cool. I am honestly so impressed with how quickly I was able to make this. Granted, I get, there's not a lot of material here or here. However, I have made like 2 3/4 other wearables. They took forever. Granted, they were like single crochet, full tops, full pants. There's time. I think I might go back and add some like little accessory pieces to this and make it a little bit more. Ooh, yeah. That's the top. I have a lot of cardboard that I have been neglecting to get rid of, but today is my lucky day where that's going to come into handy. I'm going to use this to draw a sort of template for me to work with. First, I should probably take some measurements though. One sec, I need to grab my mirror. I don't know, should they go all the way down to my hips or should they be shorter? Oh, how long is that? Okay, 20 inches. How wide is my back though? I will write that down. I will forget. All right, let's make this be not as much cardboard. Ugh. The frames for the wings are finished. So I'm thinking that this piece of lace will look nice. So what I'm going to lay the frames on top, just cut it perfectly in half, and then take probably some yarn, maybe some thread, most likely yarn, and just thread around the outside of the wings and then cut it back. So that way there's not a lot of overhang because it'll look messy at first. But let's get going. Yeah. Finally finished. Now just have one more. Look at how perfectly that matches. It's so perfect. It's time to do more things with yarn. I want to try to make some clip-in hair pieces. I picked up these clips. They have 3 prongs. And then what I'm planning to do is when I gather all the yarn together, make a loop on one end and then just kind of slide it over one of these prongs. And then it should be able to, I imagine that it'll be able to just clip in nicely and hold pretty securely. I don't plan on making these super heavy, but hopefully it shouldn't be a worry with these. So it's time for the shoes and gloves, and that should be the rest of the accessories. So for the shoes, we got lots of different color moss. So the idea is I'm just gonna spray paint these just entirely all over them and just stick moss to it. I want to make the shoes look like with each step I'm taking a walk on a forest floor. I'm hoping that this will be good enough. Now, with the gloves, I really wanted a pair of gloves that had the black smoky fingertips, right? Well, I wanted green ones specifically. I couldn't find any green ones. Doesn't matter. That's fine. Our problem solver is going to be paint. I've got a shade of green and a shade of a dark brown. The plan is to layer on the green first and then maybe darken it up and add a little definition with the brown. We'll see how these turn out. I do have disposable gloves. That way I can wear them while I'm painting them without getting paint all over my fingers. We'll start with the shoes first, I think. First, I should probably do a little bit of plastic wrapping so that way I don't get glue in the shoes. So after making the wings, I had a bit of time to spare, and I thought it would be a good idea. I couldn't just stop at the frame or the fabric. I decided it was a good idea to maybe go back and add some beading detailing to the wings. But I committed and I didn't go back. So yeah. I am currently in a predicament. I underestimated how much time I would need as a full-time busy lady to do beadwork when I committed to doing it. I have 24 hours. Well, not quite 24 hours, actually. We're leaving tomorrow at noon for the Ren Fair, and it is currently 8:26 p.m. I have this entire wing to bead. It's time for a beading speedrun, gamers. I finally finished. I was a little bit lazy, a little bit sloppy with it, but I just don't care anymore. I'm happy to be done. I don't think it matters anyways because it's kind of covered by the other wing. The other wing is the most detailed, so whatever. It's done. That's all I wanted. So yeah, fair was fun. Had a good time. Yep.